Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? My name is Nicholas. Play with some toys. I have my toys. Got a chain link whip. So, call it Nick's Coils. Nick's Coils. And you get a bunch of wire, and you start making toroid coils. Toroid coil links, and then they're big and wide at the hilt, and then tapers down to the tip. The problem is the tip needs to be a high carbon steel. So the smaller and smaller it gets, it needs to get smaller than this. This is a bit too big for the tip. And the smaller and smaller it gets, the harder and harder it gets to bend and twist this high carbon steel. This high carbon steel is very hard on your hands. So, in order to get this to break this sound barrier, I'm gonna have to make very much smaller chain links, smaller and lighter. And I might have to just finish off the tip here with this weed whacker. So I put the weed whacker wire down the spine, and in this type of McCoyle's chain link and weed whacker wire, so it has a very similar effect. This weed whacker wire gives it it's like a spine in the cord, and it gives it a much more similar effect to darn it, what is it called? A natural whip. It's very similar to a natural whip. So that's why I put the weed whacker wire down the spine. But unfortunately, I could get this thing snapping pretty fast, but it might break the sound barrier. Wear eye protection. You don't want to get hit by the tip of this. This is very painful. And if the tip of this steel chain whip hits you in the eyeball, you are going to regret that. So wear eye protection. And so, it's been a while trying to get it to break the sound barrier. I made this too long too. I think that was a good snap right there. That is going to be extremely painful. Even though it's subsonic, that's going to hurt. Okay, cool. This is my slingshot. Hey, people have been calling me an AI. I do AI art. I'm not an AI chat bot. Robots can't do this. AI can't do this, okay? I'm not an alien. I'm not claiming to be anything. I'm just a dude. I'm just an artist, okay? Just want to say that. I don't know what else they might be saying about me. I have no affiliations. Anyways, back to the subject here. This is a slingshot. AI can't do this. So that's why that's where I was going with that subject. This is the type of wire art I've been doing. I do a lot of wire art. So it's kind of hollow vascular exoskeleton wire kind of acts like a bow. So Jorg Sprav, I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. The slingshot guy made something similar to this before. And he used 2 mouse traps. So he put 2 mouse traps on both sides of a slingshot and put the rubber band on the slingshots, and he used a chronograph to measure if there's any kind of increase in the velocity. And this is something similar. It doesn't work the same way. It's similar. But Jorg Sprav used the chronograph to measure the velocity of this type of concept. And he says that it increases the velocity of a slingshot by 15 feet per second. So, according to Jorg Sprav, this slingshot should have a increased velocity of 15 feet per second, which isn't much. It is not much, but 15 feet per second, 15 feet per second faster than a conventional slingshot. It's not much, but hey, it's a little bit of extra kick, a little bit faster. But still, I really like this. I call it a feathered steel. Feathered steel. It's got this. It needs more work, but I think it's a really interesting piece of art. Really cool piece of art, and it's kind of like a little bent in at like a 15-degree angle. So shoot arrow. It's kind of like a little mini bow, mini crossbow, that wrist rocket crossbow kind of concept. I think that's a really cool piece of art. And if you do this, if you wear these, please don't wear these at the mall and bars and stuff. It's pocket knives. Great hunting, hiking, fishing, camping tool, farming, camping, and these knives are a bit too big. If I was to customize it, I need about an inch shorter, maybe a little over an inch shorter. But great hiking, hunting, camping, fishing, outdoors, farming. I be sure to take it off and use it as a keychain or something when you're around public spaces. So if you go to the bar or mall or something, don't wear this at the mall, please. It has a kind of Freddy Krueger, Wolverine kind of thing. So I got some other toys. I don't know if I should show you this, but yeah, I'm sure if you know me, I do this sort of stuff as well. The pocket knife, pistol grip. I want to put these on 1911s and Berettas and Makarovs and revolvers. Hit me up. Selling, got some good stuff here. To sell. And Yeah, it's not free. I got a copyright on this. I don't see why you couldn't make this at home. But if you sell it and profit off of it, that might cause some legal problems. Please don't do that. If you want to do that, go to metalithic.com, put in a tip. Put a tip in the tip jar, a generous tip, depending on how much, but I don't see why you can't make that right now. Make that right now. There's nothing stopping you from making this. It's just wire. So, except for my custom knife pistol grips, that's going to require a custom fitting for certain knives and stuff, to make it look really cool and functional. So, I suppose if anybody wants to make these Nick coils and slingshot and steel chain whip, there's nothing stopping you. But go ahead, have fun, I guess. Go ahead, have fun. But if you sell it and for profit, don't do that. Be sure to keep me in mind. It's called Nick's Coils and I don't know, Nick's Feathered Steel. I want to do a lot more art with this kind of concept. It has a very natural, organic. It needs some more springy. I need to add more steel to it. I ran out of metal for this. Ran out of wire for this. But that is totally legit. And I possibly could get some faster velocities out of this. I'll have to test it. Okay. So, have fun. You can make these coils yourself, I guess. Just be sure to call it Nick's Coils, and if you sell it, be sure to keep me in mind. If you're profiting, okay. That's about all for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.